From time to time, people have asked me, what's a good way to learn Japanese? And the best answer really is move to Japan and use Japanese every day, because you'll never learn any way faster than that. Now, that's not an option for a lot of people, so what are some other good ways? Well, find a good teacher, get a good textbook, find a group of people you can practice with. That's not bad either. Maybe find someone you can chat online with in Japanese to practice. Now, what if you can't do any of those things? There is a website and an app that I have been using recently to try and learn Dutch. My Dutch is not great. I'm getting there. Well, not really. I'm just a very basic beginner, but I'm really enjoying learning. Some of you may have heard of it, and if not, well, it's called DuoLingo, which means 2 languages. It takes the language learning and breaks it down into some easy steps, easy groupings, small lessons. It lets you set your own goals, how much you want to do each day. I've actually started and stopped many times. I've been trying to learn for ages. This is my longest streak so far. I'm on 70 days uninterrupted. I quite like how DuoLingo is working out for me for learning Dutch, and I even recommend it to some of my adult students for extra practice between classes, my Japanese students, to learn English, because it lets you learn English from Japanese. Most courses are learning other languages from English, but I've never tried the Japanese course. So I thought today I would add that in, because you can learn more than one language at once. I'd try out, spend an hour or two on the Japanese course, and I already speak Japanese to a fair level, so I should be able to just tear through the first parts of the courses, just to see how it is, see if I would actually recommend it to everyone or not. Let's give it a whirl. Where the heck is add another course? Okay, there we go. Japanese. There are 4.66 million people learning Japanese with DuoLingo. How many of them are active? I don't know. Well, I could take a placement test, which would put me farther along, but that's not the point of this. I'm going to start at the beginning with Hiragana 1. I've got some screen recorder software. I don't know how well it'll work. I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm not going to leave this camera running the whole time. For some reason, the recording software decided to record a mere 10 minutes of my session of practicing Japanese, or trying to try out the DuoLingo Japanese course. And so I've taken that 10 minutes and sped it up to about 30 seconds, because sitting around watching a mouse cursor bounce around the screen for 10 minutes would be really boring, because it also didn't save any sound. I just did the first 10 skills, and well, actually I'm just kind of getting irritated. It's perfectly fine. It's too easy for me in some ways, and in other ways, well, I've been making some mistakes, partly because of trying to type too fast, and partly because I don't know, I'm just used to using Japanese in regular conversation, not having to have the absolute perfect grammar. My grammar is not perfect, so it's frustrating me. Now, some good points. They throw you right into learning hiragana and katakana and kanji right off the bat. They don't do romaji. That's a good thing. I started to learn romaji first. That's actually not great. Romaji is writing Japanese and English characters, and you do have to learn that if you want to type Japanese on a computer. But it was originally developed to make it easy for foreigners to read Japanese. Now mostly it's for computers. But learning hiragana right off the bat is much better. Hiragana, katakana. Hiragana is Japanese characters. One sound or a pair of sounds is one character. It makes reading so much easier. Katakana is the same thing, the same pronunciation set with different characters, usually used for foreign loan words. And then kanji is the Chinese characters, which are a bloody nightmare, but they throw you right in off the deep end on that one too. Did I say that right? Whatever. So you start learning all of that pretty early on. That's pretty good. I don't like, one thing I saw in the hiragana is that they were teaching ha as wa only when it's used in regular words as wa, but as a particle as, sorry, using regular words as ha, but a particle as wa. That needs more explanation. That wasn't done well, I think. I started off doing the individual portions of the lesson one by one, and very soon got frustrated, so went to the test out, and I tested out on 10 of them. I failed the last one because I wasn't careful enough, and that was like, I don't want to do that again. Maybe I should just try and test out of the 5 skills. I might do that later. At some point I should really try and advance on and see just how far I can get into it. Olympics. I don't know, I'll live to Olympics. I have a feeling that the level of Japanese I know is pretty much gonna finish out the whole course fairly easily. But for a beginner, I think this is not bad. It's pretty good. It's no substitute for actual interaction with people in Japanese, but as a beginning tool, a way to start, a way to freshen your skills, an extra study tool between classes, I think it's pretty good. If you want to learn Japanese, come to Japan. If you don't want to go that far, try out DuoLingo. The Japanese course, it's not bad. And I just got like over 400 experience points in one day just for the hell of it. Although I don't know if I'll ever come back and do the Japanese course again, but yeah, I might. Why not? We'll see. If you do decide to try the Japanese course, let me know how it's going. If you want to practice in Japanese, you can put comments on videos in Japanese, and I'll respond in Japanese, but I warn you, I'm not that careful about grammar. I'll try to do better. Also, I don't generally do the more polite desmas. I go in the more common style of, you know, taberu instead of tabemasu. You'll figure that out if you learn more, if you start learning. So I guess the best way to end this is, これ好きだったら、お気に入りクリックしてください。と、もっと見たいなら、絶対私のチャンネルサブスクライブしてください。よろしくお願いします。さようなら。